We just learned about creating variables and changing their values, and now we're going to learn to convert them between the different types. That just means that we're going to be able to turn a string into an integer into a string, and hopefully between all of the different types of variables. And that's a very useful thing in Python because you may have tried on your own, but if you try to print words with numbers, like if I want to say this is my favorite number, you will get an error. These are something to get used to when you're programming. They just mean that Python doesn't quite understand what you're trying to do. And it will tell you what the error is. So you write down here, it says, cannot concatenate string and int objects. Concatenate just means to add them together. So it can't put strings and ints together. Our solution for that will be to convert our integer over here into a string. The way to do that was with the str keyword and then wrapping parentheses around it. So if I save that and run it again, it prints it out, no problem. Okay, so I'm just going to make a quick comment here that this is converting int to string. Other common conversions are converting ints to floats. And we'll cover those now. So if you have some integer like x is a bad variable name. You'll almost never have a variable in your program that's just x. So like it might be x position. So my x position is 4. And if I want that to be a float for some reason, like I want it to be more accurate, what I would do to it is just you take the x position, set that equal to float of x position. And then that will turn it into a floating point variable. Let's print it out. So I'll run that and, oh no, we got another error. See, you still have the same problem with floats as you do with ints, and they also use the same solution. If you want to convert something to a string, add str. So I wrap str around position with some parentheses, and if I run that, it'll show my favorite number is 1042, and my x position is 4.0. Now, float is actually the long way of doing it. You can do it an easier way by adding, or let's see, you can add or multiply or divide or anything by a float. So if I take the x position and add 0.0, and I'll get rid of the more explicit line just to prove to you that it works, that will convert my x position into a float.